Hello and welcome to Food for Thought. Mark Lockridge here, pastor of New Life Fellowship in Letterkenny and Milford Reformed Presbyterian Church. Welcome to a cold and snowy January 2025. I hope you've been able to stay warm and safe this past week. Tell me this, do you need strength for 2025? Perhaps there's things that you're looking at and wondering, how am I ever going to cope? It's all very well facing into a new year with hope and optimism, but life is a way of surprising us with weakness and trouble and pain. Difficulty can come to us all, and I don't know about you, but in 2025 already, I've had to wrap my head and my heart around some sad and difficult circumstances. Maybe your year has started off with hard things too. So where do we get strength from? Some would tell us to look deep within ourselves and to summon it up from within. And indeed we can surprise ourselves at times when we find ourselves coping with things we didn't think we could manage. But when the going is really hard, we need something more. Digging deep assumes that we have the energy left to dig deep. Sometimes we've reached the point where we know that isn't the case. It's just beyond us. We know that we're weak. We hate to admit it. But we simply don't have the strength. Or perhaps the darkness seems too dark. How do we cope? Where do we find strength from? Each year in our church we give out a calendar to friends and colleagues and neighbours. It's got beautiful photography of Ireland married to rich verses from the Bible. The theme this year is wisdom for life. And in the Bible, wisdom is the ability to know how to navigate life with all its ups and downs. And as I turned to January, I saw these words. Those who wait on the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. Those are words from Isaiah 40 and verse 31. Or in Irish, as the calendar has it as well, Ach an drama will sulish and tierna tagan yart unto. New strength comes to them. What a promise. What a kindness to be told that the answer isn't found in digging deep or in looking in, but in looking up. Those who wait on the Lord, new strength comes to them. But what does that mean? It means that there is strength available from the outside, from someone much greater than us. Earlier in Isaiah 40, it's one of my favourite chapters, we get a glimpse of his might. Lift up your eyes and look to the heavens. Who created all these? He who brings out the starry host one by one. Because of his great power and mighty strength, not one of them is missing. Do you see the connection? He's the one who has great power and mighty strength, and those who wait on the Lord will renew their strength. He's the one who gives strength out of his mighty strength, such that we might soar like eagles. You ever seen an eagle soaring? It seems so effortless. There's the storms and the clouds below, and there's the eagle, hardly flapping its wings, or not even flapping, rising high above, able to keep going despite the buffeting. But how do we get that strength? Those who wait on the Lord. There's the key. We're told to wait. What does that mean? Does it mean sitting twiddling our thumbs in the midst of trouble? No. This waiting presupposes a relationship with this God, and then a confidence that he will supply the needs of those who are precious to him. Much like a child waiting for mum or dad to come and pick them up from something. A grown-up says to them, do you want me to ring home? Do you want me to give you a lift? And the child says, no, it's okay, mum and dad are coming. Waiting with confidence because of a relationship. The key then is to have that real relationship with God, to know him as your God. And that's actually how Isaiah 40 starts. Comfort, comfort my people, says your God. My people, your God. That's where it starts. And that's where we must start. We must know Him as our God, not by our own effort, but by going to the cross and to Jesus and to putting our trust in Him. That's where we really begin to know Him. And when we know the one who would go to the cross for us, and we trust Him to go to the cross for us, then we will find that He will renew our strength and enable us to cope with whatever 2025 brings. If you know Him, and you can know Him, He will renew your strength and you can soar. Thanks for listening. If you want to get in touch, drop me an email, mark@newlifefellowship.ie. Until next time here in Finn Valley FM, have a great week.